We all know about input boxes, but how are they programmed? Let's find out. As you can see, I have a blank HTML file. Let's prepare the skeleton. Now that we've prepared the skeleton, we can start. First, let's make the input field. Use it by adding input command. To say type equals text. Don't forget to give it an ID. The ID is later how we refer to call of it in JavaScript. I'm going to call mine simply input. And a paragraph. Now we say you have types or something like it. Now we use the span command. The span command is a useless command that does not do anything, but you can give it an ID to refer later to in JavaScript. Give it a parameter and say ID equals. Now I will just use output because this will be our output. That's all. Now we're all ready to write the script. Alright, let's start with the script. Afterwards, put the command script inside the script. Let's put a function. It will be called find type. Okay. Theoretically, you can call it anything you want, but this shoots a good name for what we want to do. Now, let's get the thing. We first set a variable. A variable is a storage space for numbers and text. In JavaScript, when you write a variable, you have to say var, then the variable name. Add equals to see what it equals. To get it, we say document dot get element by ID. Now here comes what our ID plays into role. We want to get the input. Now we have to say dot value to get it. Now we have this variable text with all the text you entered. Now, let's say here, we have to put it in the output. To put it in the output, we say document dot get element by ID. Same is like if we want to read it. And now our ID comes in handy again. Output. Dot inner HTML. It's different since we're not trying to get the value, but writing to it. We say equals, just like a variable. And now we say text. We say text because we have a variable right here called text. So we put it into row if I put it here. We have to remember something always in JavaScript. At the end of each line, we need semicolons. To put this function in row, we have to make a button. As a parameter, you add on click your function name. No parameters, and on it we write anything you want. That's it. This should work. Let's test it. It seems to work.